Christopher Mad Dog Russo? I want the Celtics to win. My father's a diehard Celtics fan. But I got to ask you this, especially watching that third quarter. Have we underestimated the greatness of Jimmy Butler and the Heat?
I think I certainly have. I know you're going to play a little video of me killing him. I didn't kill him. But...
Excuse me. Don't tell the audience.
Don't tell
I'm the one who teases things. You just give me your take here, buddy.
Well, here's what I would say about this game yesterday. First off, I think the Celtics were going to win in 6 games, so let's put that on the table here first. I thought the Celtics be a little flat yesterday early on based on the quick turnaround from beating the Bucks on Sunday afternoon. By the way, was one of the worst Game 7s I've ever seen played with 88 threes shot in 48 minutes. I couldn't deal with it, too many threes. But I thought that the Celtics would have a little trouble yesterday. So the fact that the game, to me, the most surprising part of it is the Celtics had that 13-point lead in the first half, led it to half, and you figured they got around the fatigue, had recovered from the 2 injuries with Smart and, of course, Horford and health protocols, so you thought they were in good shape. And that third quarter is a huge, that would worry me if I'm a Celtic fan. I don't want to hear about they won the other 3 quarters. Nobody cares. They got outscored 39-14 in the third quarter. That's all people care about. Nobody cares they won the first, second, or fourth. They got destroyed in that third quarter. So that alarmed me a little bit. If they lost the game, just lost the game outright, okay. But the fact they had a 13-point lead in a half and then lost basically by double digits, that would concern me. As far as Butler is concerned, before we throw it to Stephen A., listen, you love him because he makes his free throws. He gets to the free throw line. He fills up his box score. I didn't like him not playing Game 5 against Atlanta. Last time we were here, you know what? They won that game anyway. He's going to give you a good 40 minutes every night. He doesn't necessarily have to shoot a million threes. Not afraid of taking a big shot. I got to see more. Stephen A. now is going to put him on the pantheon of the all-time greats. I got to see a little more besides Game 1 of a conference final. But if you're a basketball fan, which we all are, you have to be very impressed with how Butler sort of set the tempo, steals, and everything else. I still think the Celtics win. I still think they win in 6 games, but obviously, and here's one other thing before Stephen A. They won Game 6 in Milwaukee facing elimination. 46 Tatum, we all know the fourth quarter. They won Game 6 in Milwaukee, so let's not be an alarmist and say, oh, the Celtics are now dead. Because if they won a 6th game in Milwaukee against the defending champs, they can bounce back after Game 1 against the Heat.
You're right.
Well, first of all, let me just say this. Boy, did I miss you. It's good to see you, my man. It's good to see you, because nobody throws up the lobs better than you. Better than you. You and your preemptive strikes where you try to throw something out there to preempt what I'm about to say. Well, guess what, doggy? It doesn't work for you this time. It never has, and it's not gonna work for you today. So Mad Dog Russo bringing up Jimmy Butler. And I know Stevie, he's just gonna throw that stuff out about Jimmy Butler. Well, could y'all please play the tapes of exactly what I'm talking about? Since Doggy brought it up, could you roll that tape for me, please? I really would like to see it again.
Jimmy Butler is going to sit there and he's going to be he's going to be Kareem. He's going to be Jerry West. Let's take it easy. Oscar Robertson. Let's take it easy. Let me see them now go out there and turn around and beat Philly. Beat Harden, who's got a lot of pressure on him, as Stephen A. has told us forever. Go beat Embiid. When they do that, we can sit there and we can start putting Jimmy Butler on this elevated plateau where everybody, including our little partner here, wants to put him at. You guys like to put these players, you guys, all of you. Can we see some hardware?
See what I'm saying? He just gave it to me. He didn't waste any time. He sat up there and just threw me that lob. Didn't even wait an hour to do it. He gave it to me right off the top of the show. It's just beautiful setup. Because the fact of the matter is, Mad Dog Russo, you have underestimated Jimmy Butler. Now, Jimmy Butler thinks it's all of us. He thinks it's all of us. He's walking around thinking, hey, y'all have underestimated me. I'm going to show y'all something. But we also understand that with stars, they create things. They manufacture things to elevate their level of motivation so they can go at particular opponents. I'm not taking it personal. No problem at all. The bottom line is I got the Celtics winning this series. Because Horford and Smart were out yesterday, I pretty much knew they would lose this game, which is what I said prior to the game. They wasn't going to win this game without Smart and Horford. They need at least one of them, particularly Smart, I might add, when you consider the level of toughness that the Miami Heat put on display last night. I still think the Celtics will win this series in 7 games, but that's with the assumption that both Smart and Horford will be available. If they're talking about Horford missing 3 to 4 games in this series, the Celtics are not winning this series over these Miami Heats. And I think the third quarter showed us why. They came out, we got to put this in its proper perspective, doggy. They came out of the locker room and bum rushed the Boston Celtics. For that quarter, they punked the Boston Celtics. That's why you saw Marcus Smart screaming at them. That's why you saw Ime Udoka in players' faces like we've never seen him before. That's why we saw Grant Williams giving pushback and what have you. Because Udoka was like, what the hell is going on here? And you're Jason Tatum. We all know that Jason Tatum is a star. This brother's got an incredible future. I think there are championships on the horizon for him. No shade on him whatsoever in terms of his resume, his potential, what the future holds. Specifically and only regarding the third quarter, what the hell was wrong with Jason Tatum? I mean, you sit up there, you only attempt 2 shots, you turn over the ball 6 times. Or 6 times he turned the ball over in the third quarter. And Miami, led by Jimmy Butler, but also assisted by everybody else, were all over the Boston Celtics. What they did was they used the Celtics formula against them. The Celtics did it to them in the first half. They came out in the third quarter and said, who the hell are we? You have Kyle Lowry and Udonis Haslem and Jimmy Butler and the veterans in that locker room. PJ Tucker, let's not forget him and the intensity he brings to the table, which is why Milwaukee never should have lost him. They never should have let him go. The bottom line is they're in that locker room and they're saying, who the hell are we? Let's take it to them. And they were physical. They were up in the Boston Celtics like a pair of drawers. I mean, it was crazy. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.